Hello, everyone. Welcome back to YouTube Live. Today, we're going to talk about in this section or this video, we are going to talk about Social Security. Now, we know that the trust fund, the Old Age and Survivors Trust Fund, will be depleted by 2034 or 2032. But there are three options that can be taken. There are three options that can be dealt with and that Congress can take. One, they can borrow money, raise the taxes, and or raise the retirement age, which there's always talk about doing that. But the thing is, how are we going to fund Social Security if we raise the payroll taxes? Right now it's 12.4%. And obviously, I don't think that nobody working wants to pay more taxes, but they're going to have to do something because if they don't, Social Security is going to run dry. There's talk about wanting to put the trust funds together, and which to me would be a bad idea because then they would go insolvent even that much more sooner or that much more faster than what they've already talked about. Social Security Administration SSA 2026 Board of Trustees report projects that the Old Age and Survivor Series OASI Trust Fund will face depletion toward the operational changes of administration funding and staff levels remain constricted. Now, why would that be? Is it because they want Social Security to go bad? They want Social Security to go bankrupt? They want Social Security to go up, belly up? Nobody knows. But I'm here to say that we could very well be looking at maybe possibly some ways of getting Social Security funded so before the deadline so that they don't go bankrupt, so that they don't go belly up. But yet Congress wants to play around with it and think that because that there's enough money in the trust fund, in the Old Age and Survivors Trust Fund, that pays out for widow pension, retirement, and so much more. And I can tell you, there's not going to be that much money left in there. And combining the trust funds don't to make it last longer, this don't work. There's got to be a way that things like this can be dealt with. Things like this that can be fixed in within a split second. But it's going to take the majority of the House and the Senate to come together and want to work on this and say, yeah, this is that it's going to be a solution. But we need to do something now, not later. What do you all think about the Old Age and Survivor Series Trust Fund being, depleted? You're not going to get much money. And if that's the case, you're only going to see a cut across the board of the Old Age and Survivor Series, trust funds because the full pensions, the full amounts aren't going to be able to be paid. And this is a very serious operation. This is a very serious situation that Social Security is up against, and Congress wants to continue to play with it. There's nothing more to be said except for that they need to figure out a solution so that the Old Age and Survivor Series Trust Fund, Survivors Trust Fund, can be in good standing. But apparently, Congress feels that if people are on a fixed income, that that they don't need to fix it. Well, I'm here to tell you, Congress, you're wrong. Because the benefit increases and eliminating the windfall elimination provision, the WEP, and government pension offset, GPO, following the passage of the Act. Scam awareness and SSA actively campaigns against government imposter scams, urging beneficiaries to remain vigilant and report suspicious activity. Well, how do you do that when you're just about out of money? And Old Age and Survivor Series Trust Fund will be just that by 2032 if Congress does not act. That is, if they don't decide to take action between now and then, which 2032 don't seem like a very long time away. It seems like it can be here any day, and 2032 is creeping up on us because this is 2026. This is the middle of 2026, and 2032 is only about maybe 3 or 4 years away, and something has to be done. If you all have any comments, questions, and or remarks about this topic, I'd like to hear about it. In the meantime, please hit a thumbs up and turn and notification bell for the next live video, and you will get all those when we go live. Till the next time on YouTube Live, everyone, have a great day. Thank you very much for watching.